What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Drew Deeks pregame show today. You know what? I did a pregame show last week before Vegas, and you guys responded really well to it. And I got to be honest with you, if I could jump on here every day and talk Habs for a living, which is what I'm working towards, being on YouTube full time, with your help, obviously, I will get there. So I thank you guys for tuning into a little bit of a pregame show here. Habs and Pens. This is their second matchup in just a few weeks' time, where the Habs actually came back and won in overtime in their last matchup. Suzuki Dach potting his first goal as a Montreal Canadien in overtime with a beautiful assist from Sean Monahan, by the way. So can the Habs win a third game in a row here? Now, Pittsburgh is also looking for their third win in a row, as they've won their last two games, also coming off a big W last night in Toronto. So Pittsburgh is on the back-to-back in this one, but Montreal's not, and they're rested. So we'll see how this goes. Looking at the standings between these two teams right now, Pittsburgh is 6-6-2, 14 points. Montreal is 7-6-1, 15 points. And Montreal sits 6th in the Atlantic Division. Pittsburgh sits 7th in the Metro Division. So got a few things we're gonna go through, including a little quote from Marty St. Louis that I thought was interesting from the pregame interviews today. If I can just pull up Marty's picture, that would be wonderful, because I did have it here for you guys. So here's Marty at the pregame press conference here, and the one thing in common that Marty said that they have as a group right now is that we take care of the team. Now, the context for this question was from one of the lady reporters in the Bell Center here, asking what are some of the soft skills that are moving the process along, other than just the fact that the Habs are getting some decent scoring from their top line from these three fellas right here. And Marty simply just was saying that he doesn't really believe there's any soft skills, because he believes that every detail of the game is important, whether things are going well or whether things are going poorly for certain individual players. So the one common thing that they have to do daily as a group is that they take care of the team. So I thought that was an interesting quote, and it was one of the only English quotes actually that I could get. But the fact that Marty and the coaches on the Habs are actually taking care of the team collectively daily is what's helping to have the team achieve a little bit of early success here. So let's go into the lineup for both teams here, and I'm going to start with our Montreal Canadiens, of course. So I say that, but let me make sure I'm actually going to do that, because I got to click the right buttons, obviously, first. So here we are. We have the Habs lineup, which, no surprise, the top line is sticking together, because why change a good thing? You've got Cole Caufield, Nick Suzuki, and Suzuki Dach sticking together because, obviously, as we know, it's working out quite well. Mike Hoffman on the second line with Christian Dvorak and Brendan Gallagher. I do feel like that line can produce the more they stick together right now. And Josh Anderson, a big deal for this lineup tonight is that Josh Anderson returns to the lineup after serving his two-game suspension after his hit on Alex Pietrangelo. So that being said, Josh Anderson draws in on the third line with Sean Monahan at center and Evgeny Dadonov on the left wing, and they are going to try everything they can to get Dadonov going. He's gotten closer lately. The last game against Vancouver, he had a couple of chances there. Jonathan Drouin going to be going down to the fourth line with Jake Evans and Yoel Armia. And to me, this fourth line could easily produce. Like, the way I look at it is, you know, Drouin has had a tough time getting going, as has Dadonov, and Habs fans have been on top of those two more than anybody else, including Mike Hoffman, except the fact that Mike Hoffman has been producing as of late. So we're hoping to get Dadonov and Drouin going. Drouin and Evans and Armia are three veteran NHL guys at this point who can produce. So I believe it's possible. I absolutely believe it's possible to get those guys to produce. So, you know, we'll see what happens here. We'll see if they can get them going. And the third and fourth line, I want to see consistency out of every line, but I mean, I want to see something out of those two lines specifically tonight. So, all right, let's look at the Pittsburgh Penguins lineup here for a moment. We've got on the top line, no surprise, Sid the Kid at center. 35 years old, we still call him Sid the Kid. Jake Gensel on his left, Brian Rust on his right. Jason Zucker, Evgeny Malkin, Richard Raquel. Am I saying that right? Raquel, yes. And then you got Jeff Carter, who I like as a third-line centerman. How do you not like that guy in your third line? But it's also interesting, too. Ryan Poehling is centering the fourth line for the Pittsburgh Penguins, which I know he did the last time he played us, but I didn't give enough respect to Pales. I hope that things go well for him, continue to go well for him in Pittsburgh. Now, one thing I did not do was actually pull up the Habs power play line. So I mentioned to you guys that Lane Hutson is eventually going to be coming to Montreal, and he's going to drastically change the power play in the future for the Canadiens. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up again here is because I didn't mention the very specific skills that Lane Hutson brings. Outstanding skating, very good passing and playmaking, and a very high hockey IQ. So this is down the road, but if you didn't get a chance to check it out, please do check out my Lane Hudson video that I just released last night, talking about how he is going to drastically change the Habs power play in the future, becoming our new quarterback on the power play. We haven't had one since Andrei Markov, so please check that video out if you can. Carey Price was trending today, which was interesting, and we wondered why that was the case. But yes, Carey was trending because he is at the Bell Center today for the game, specifically at the pregame skate, actually, where he was meeting with members of the Cree Nation Bears under-18 team, Charlie Washi Pabano's team, which was invited by the Canadiens to attend practice this morning. So that was pretty cool. I thought that was kind of neat. And also a fun fact about Carey Price today. On this day in 2016, Carey Price became the first goaltender in NHL history to win his first 10 games of a season. So that was in 2016, back about almost about 5.5 years ago, which is crazy to think that time has gone by so fast. But that's why Carey Price was trending today, for anybody that was wondering. So, again, can the Habs win a third game in a row against the Pens here tonight? Well, we're certainly going to find out pretty soon. Puck drop is only just a few short hours away. But I'm really hopeful that, the process continues along. These teams are relatively evenly matched in the standings. I didn't mention Jeff Petrie. I'm sorry, but, Jeff is right on my wall here still. I think he's on here a couple times. He's on both sides, and I haven't changed my background yet, which I am going to at some point in the next little while because my new camera hasn't come in yet. I told you guys I've invested in a very, very nice camera for this channel, and when that comes in, I'll be changing this background as well, just so you guys are aware of that. So Jeff Petrie, again, coming in to play the Habs against his old team. Apparently his family will be joining him for this one as well. So good for him, and I really hope that we beat the Pittsburgh Penguins. So hopefully it's not too big of a second homecoming, I guess, because Petrie's already come back. Once this season, the Habs got the OT win with Jeff Petrie in the penalty box. If you guys don't remember, when Kirby Dach scored his overtime winner, Petrie was in the box. So it was kind of just a fun little jab to take at him, right? So anyway, that's all I got, guys. Pre-game. I'm hoping to see you guys post-game. I can't guarantee the video will be posted tonight. It will be maybe posted tomorrow, as I do go into work tonight. But wanted to sneak in a quick pre-game with you guys first. So here we are. Enjoy the game, guys. Go Habs, go, and we'll see you very soon. Cheers.